Airbus versus Boeing. The elusive vision of the ideal aircraft takes shape in various forms. Perhaps a single-aisle wonder, a sprawling wide-bodied marvel, an eco-conscious fuel sipper, an extensive long-haul Voyager, or even an unexpectedly purple dream? At this year's Paris Air Show, the definition of perfection diverges subtly for each airline in attendance. Herein lies the ceaseless endeavor of Boeing, the eminent American aircraft manufacturer, and its European adversary, Airbus. They invest substantial resources to curate a diverse array of aviation, tailored to the distinct preferences of the airline. This year's clash for coveted orders between these industry giants carries a unique intrigue. Airbus unveils a broader spectrum of planes compared to its counterpart Boeing, but the question looms, will this be enough to propel Airbus in the race to secure significant shares in the anticipated influx of orders? The forthcoming answer hinges on an intricate interplay of factors that sway the pivotal decisions of airlines. One airline recently took a huge leap in the battle for dominance, and in this video we will discuss it all. The big decision. Factors affect airline decision. The significance of this year's air show for airlines and aircraft manufacturers is vastly underscored by the evolving storyline. Despite the severe impact of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, the industry has been able to rebound impressively. However, with stringent climate targets and escalating fuel expenses on the horizon, airlines are now focusing on fleet renewal to embrace more environmentally friendly options, i.e. Airbus's Neo and Boeing's Max. Forecasts speculate that this year's airshow could witness an influx of over 1,000 orders, yet the decision-making process transcends superficial aspects like seating capacity and flight range. But variables such as fuel efficiency, aircraft size, operational costs per seat, and the potential for quick turnarounds assume paramount importance. Airlines like Southwest and Ryanair utilize a low-cost model and strive for an aircraft utilization rate of 12 hours per day. Creating aviation suited to achieve such an equilibrium among these multifaceted attributes is pivotal for Boeing and Airbus, as this successful balance would translate not merely into a plane sale, but into the establishment of a long-term and loyal partnership. To be clear, selecting an aircraft manufacturer, particularly for smaller carriers, often submits a lasting affiliation due to the distinctive operational and maintenance nuances between Boeing and Airbus products. In this dynamic environment, the rivalry between Boeing and Airbus continues to be shaped by their comprehensive offerings and their ability to cater to airlines' intricate operational intricacies. Airbus versus Boeing this year. Let's talk about this year's new fleet. Airbus is making waves with its diverse portfolio ranging from the compact A220, accommodating 100 to 150 seats, to the colossal A350-1000, spanning a vast spectrum of seating capacities and travel ranges. Notably, the coveted A320neo family, encompassing the A321, holds significant appeal, capable of ferrying more passengers over greater distances than Boeing's 737 MAX 10. Conversely, Boeing faces a challenge owing to its shrinking array of offerings, a result of dwindling options over the years coupled with the inability to materialize advertised prospects. The repercussions of the 2018 and 2019 MAX crashes echo, accompanied by prolonged delays in the 777X planes and production hiccups in the 787 Dreamliner program. Not to mention the 737 MAX 10, Boeing's answer to Airbus's A321, remains in certification limbo. This landscape has induced a shift, with airlines like Iceland Air veering towards Airbus, potentially heralding a transition from Boeing dominance to an all-Airbus fleet. Yet the playing field remains intricate. Boeing persists, securing monumental orders such as Saudi Arabia's substantial deal, portraying resilience despite setbacks. But an underlying challenge emerges as both giants face protracted waiting times, upwards of half a decade, attributed to supply chain intricacies, chip scarcities, and sluggish production. Consequently, even an airline's current commitment to purchase an aircraft could undergo an about-face by the time the next airshow arrives, emphasizing the dynamic and uncertain terrain these manufacturers navigate. Even still, the airshow remains a pivotal juncture, signaling potential shifts in the duopoly's dynamics. It's the intricate interplay of factors that ensures no true outcome is etched in stone. The rise of India's orders. Adding another layer to the intricate dynamics, India emerges as a significant player in the aviation industry. To date, the biggest order in history has originated from India, a testament to its expanding and growing demand for air travel. This development highlights the global nature of the aviation competition and the pivotal role that emerging markets can play in shaping the fortunes of aircraft manufacturers. As India's presence continues to grow on the global stage, its orders magnify the complexities and opportunities inherent in the ongoing battle between Airbus and Boeing. Boeing's decline, Boeing 737 MAX. These are not the times of old. How could Boeing be susceptible to manufacturing competition? As far as I can remember, Boeing was a manufacturing juggernaut. But the recent seismic shift in the aviation realm can be traced back to the Boeing 737 MAX saga. Following the harrowing images of Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines crashes, which claimed 157 lives and ignited international investigations, Boeing's 737 MAX became enmeshed in an intricate web of public scrutiny, legal battles, and substantial leadership overhauls. The issuance of an emergency grounding order for the 737 MAX 8 and 737 MAX 9 was a watershed moment, punctuating the gravity of the situation. Safety concerns reverberated, prompting questions about the adequacy of Boeing's safety measures. The company's commitment to rectify the situation was staunch, aiming to elevate the 737 MAX into one of the safest aircraft to take to the skies. The repercussions were profound, and Boeing's commercial fortunes bore the brunt. A multitude of dormant 737 MAXs languished in Boeing facilities and storage sites worldwide, a sight symbolic of the challenges the company faced in rehabilitating its image and restoring trust in its flagship aircraft. Airbus and Boeing challenges. The profound challenges faced by Airbus and Boeing have cast a significant shadow over the aviation industry. Boeing, entangled in the MAX crisis, has incurred staggering losses, with $9 billion already drained and its market value plummeting by over $40 billion by October. In a bid to restore confidence, Boeing has vocally reaffirmed its unwavering commitment to safety, emphasizing the paramount importance of passenger and crew well-being. Even with the demotion of CEO Dennis Muhlenberg from the chairmanship, the repercussions persist. Nevertheless, the notion that Airbus is unequivocally profiting from Boeing's MAX troubles warrants nuanced consideration. Aircraft acquisition diverges vastly from casual consumer choices. Rather, as stated earlier, airlines grapple with extensive wait lists that extend an additional 3 years for popular models, defying immediate shifts. Amid the turmoil, Airbus was already slated to surpass Boeing's delivery trajectory, expedited by the A320neo's success. Escalating from 50 to 60 monthly productions in just a year, Airbus contemplates expanding to 70 per month soon. However, both manufacturers encounter challenges beyond their flagship models. Airbus navigates the gradual phase-out of the struggling A380, but having minimal impact due to limited production. Other factors. Beyond their core challenges, the aviation giants are confronted with an array of complex factors that shape their trajectories. Geopolitics and tariffs loom large, exemplified by the WTO's endorsement of potential $7.5 billion US tariffs on EU goods due to Airbus's EU subsidies, fostering the need for US-EU negotiation. Brexit's implications, oil price fluctuations, trade disputes, regulatory shifts, and fierce competition further intensify the landscape. The emergence of Chinese-made aviation, facilitated by government support for the Comac company, adds an even larger dimension. As one can see, the ongoing rivalry between Airbus and Boeing is a complex interplay of innovation, competition, and challenges, evident at this year's Paris Air Show. While Airbus diversifies its offerings, Boeing faces setbacks like the 737 MAX crisis. Both manufacturers navigate a landscape shaped by factors ranging from environmental concerns to geopolitical tensions, driving their trajectories in an ever-evolving aviation saga. Thanks for watching Tech Brilliance TV. Stay tuned for more informative news and entertainment.